can ask a specific question, but we will not discuss any item that is not listed on this agenda. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First one is Diana Taylor.
Yes, my name is Diana Taylor, 5505 Columbia Drive. And I'm here, first of all, to the mayor and city council. Back in June of 2019, I spoke with your assistant city council, and then the city council brought the new city manager to our property. We had many problems out there with the drainage problem, but they never followed up with me. Never. I have come to the conclusion with this council, if you are not ready for this city, if you make a complaint, you're disrupting. You all have not done anything. After 10 years, I've asked you to speed up. You have ignored me. But if you have one of your city councilmen or one of your people who work for you, you come out and take note of it. I don't work for you all, but you all work for us. And I also want to know, if you can give me an answer, not because according to the Robert Rules of Order, when you have an agenda and you do not finish that, you place it on the next. They call it the holding pattern. Now, I want to know, what are you going to do about the young man that the police did brutality to, and what are you going to do about Martinez, about the fake information that he provided on that family? We are veterans, and we want to be treated like that. We want to be respected. We don't need you all to come in our house and say that we have drugs. We are educated as well as everyone else. So can you give me an answer? What are you going to do with the officer who kicked the young man? Would you want someone to kick your child like that? You all got to deal with this. Racism is here in schert, and I'm here to tell you. You all have shown it, and you're still showing it. And I'm an example of one that I do you all for 10 years for support. You have ignored me. You have your Chamber of Commerce husband come and speak on behalf of this family. That is wrong. That's a conflict of interest. Let's do the right thing by the people. Let me see what you're going to do about these officers who kicked that young man, who humiliated that father who's a veteran, who needs respect. Tell me what you're going to do. Don't tell me you're going to put on the agenda and never happen. We need an answer. And I'm here to support this family because I have children. And you all know that you have children, you got to treat them with respect. You don't need to go around kicking somebody. Would you want someone to kick you off? Can you answer me that? If you can't answer me, then you all are not doing the right thing for these families around you. And I'm here to say, you all have mistreated people, and if you'd like to speak up, you disrupt. You all have told me yes, this city manager. You all ignored me.
Please address the council. Excuse me, please address the council, not the audience.
Well, he looked at me, so he's taking notes. But anyway, they're supposed to be coming back to see me. I can identify all 4 of them if you need the names. I know my time is up, but I need you all to give me an answer on the young man that you all humiliated and his father. That's it.
Thank you. Next we have Myra Dumantias. I'm sorry, I didn't get the address here. It's a post box. I need a physical address.
Want me to say it now?
Yes, please. Your name and address.
My name is Myra Knox.
Yes. And the address?
And my address is the address that's listed on it.
You'll have to announce it. This is the post box. We need your address. Please. I'm sorry.
I don't want to put it to my 2 minutes.
I understand. Can you please slow down? We need to get the address for the record.
When I see the written information, I hope this isn't cutting into my 2 minutes of the exact law that I have to put my home address. When I don't feel safe, because what I'm about to address has to do with police brutality. So can you please give me the written law that I put my home address in writing when I don't feel even fully safe to even speak out against it?
This is part of our rules and procedures, so please, if you'd like to speak, please go
put it on the agenda.
You provide the address.
Let's launch an investigation.
All right, let's go ahead.
That's what we do when the police break the rules.
Can I please just speak?
I'm just asking for the address. If you need to provide the address.
Following those 5 rules. I don't see anywhere in those rules that my home address has to be written down on a sheet.
I'm not regarding this point with you. Please have a seat. Please have a
I don't
seat.
see those 5 rules.
Please have a seat.
Oh, come on.
Please have a seat. Please have a seat.
I'm following those rules. I have facts and I have 2 questions.
Please have a seat.
Let her speak.
Our rules and procedures.
They might not recognize you, but we do. Say what you
Please
said to
have a
say.
seat.
Taxpayer, let her
Please
speak.
have a seat immediately.
I don't see the
Now,
home address.
will you please have a seat?
Where
I'm asking you.
is
Asking
the
you to
exact law?
suspend your rules. Please have a seat.
Laws, you gotta give an address.
Please have a seat.
She's speaking.
I'll practice those 5 rules.
Please have a seat. Sir, if you continue, I'm going to have to ask you to leave also. All right.
Sir,
Once again,
I have facts to share.
I want you to share those facts.
Where's the code? Show us the code that she has to. Show us the code that she has to put herself in danger.
Out of that 28,000, from January
Will you
1st,
please provide your
2020
address?
to May
Will you please
20th,
provide your address?
January 1st, 2000 to May 25th, 2020, when George Floyd
You need to provide your address.
28,000
I will
people
not let you speak unless you provide an address.
were violent. Out of
Please
that
provide your
28,000,
address.
6,000 people were
Ms.
African
Blackman,
American.
can you please turn off the mic, sir?
9,000 people.
Turn off the mic. Thank you. Next on the agenda is Josie Garcia. Josie Garcia.
Yo, cut his mic.
Ms. Garcia.
African Americans
Ms. Garcia.
have died in the street in the hands of police brutality. In
Ms. Garcia,
just to give
your time is going to start if you don't come up.
30% of whites have died in the hands of police brutality.
Ms. Garcia,
So my 2 questions, following
please,
the rules.
Donovan, can you turn the mic on for Ms. Garcia? And also, you do not place your address on this one.
And number 2, the role that this house will take. That's the right to be going on for this. I feel unsafe to put my business on that is going to put my life in jeopardy while we're here begging for the lives of others. What you are failing to realize
Ms. Garcia.
is that you are at the pinnacle
Ms.
of
Garcia.
history. You can make a sustainable change
Ms.
in our
Garcia, we're just-
community, and your community is crying and begging.
Ms. Garcia, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your input.
Not
And
all
we really
federal
need your name and
places my
address.
safety, sir.
Ms.
And as
Garcia.
an Iraqi war veteran,
Ms. Blanca, can
I
you please turn off the
feel
mic?
I
Thank
have
you.
my right not to give you
Next
mine.
is
Oh,
Maggie
that
Moore.
reverent fear of my
Maggie
safety.
Moore. These, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to be respectful here.
No, you're not.
We're trying to get a meeting going as planned. The name and address are part of our rules and procedures. If you refuse to provide your name and address, then we're going to refuse to allow you to speak. But believe me, I want to hear from you.
What procedure was it to kick a kid?
I want to hear from you. Council wants to hear your input, but we do need your name and address. I will not allow you to use our city council as part of your platform.
There is no platform, sir. My name
It
is
certainly
Josie.
does appear that. It certainly does appear that.
Mayor, if I may.
If you can step up to the mic and provide your name and address, and we'll be glad to hear from you. Please step up. Wanda, can you please step up the mic?
My name is Julie Garcia, and I am the guest of Marie Bond. What is my address that I stay in the house?
1013 A-N-N-A-P-L-A-C-E. Church, Texas 78154.
Sorry, sir.
I beg you, Mayor, I beg you, Council, I beg you, Police Chief, be on the right side of history. We're ready to work with you to make change. There are brilliant minds out there who are working out policy, workable policy, that not only protects our citizens, but protects those who are protecting and serving us, and holding those bad apples accountable. You all know, we don't have time, we don't have a place for the class yard bully, but he's riding out there in a squad car and taking it out on our citizens. Please join us in being on the right side of history and making changes to affect our community in a positive way. Thank you.
Next, we have,
Well said.
Hi, my name is Amanda. My address is 16 District 3, Santa Clara Road, Santa Clara, Texas, 781. Last Tuesday, I approved a meeting here, and it also was my place to speak, so I sat quietly in the back, listening. Listening as others made uncouth remarks they should have entirely been embarrassed by. Remarks showing underlying bias in this community. Bias that leads to the type of incidents we come to you all about tonight. One of the root causes of such bias became evident when a group of us stood outside talking for a while later. A woman walked outside with her daughter. She looked around at the group as we spread out and made a pass for her. Her face went pallid, and her lips narrowed. Shaking her head, she pulled her daughter close in behind her. And she heard her step. The girl looked at the group with obvious fear on her face. What she saw was a sea of blackness. And the nervousness of her mother. Kind of like, I'm exhibiting nervousness right now, her mother was exhibiting nervousness just by the people that she saw. What this type of situation leads to, even subconsciously, is the type of situation that has led us all here tonight. You see, a bias begins with the quickening of steps, the tugging of a hand, but it does not end there. This time, it culminated in the mistreatment of a young black boy and the abuse of power shown by the officer in question. This handling of the situation, or mishandling, was questionable from the very beginning. After watching the dashcam video, three things stood out to me. Ziggy Rayford was taking the right turn on the red. The officer's mission was instructed, and they trained their guns on him immediately after stepping out of the vehicle. Can you all do me a favor? Raise your hand if you have ever made a right turn on a red light. Come on, be honest. Okay, I'll complete with this. You see, after watching the video multiple times, it is obvious the officers couldn't have seen Rayford came to a stop before making the turn. Their vision was obscured by both stationary obstacles and other vehicles. It would appear these officers were on some sort of targeted mission that night from the very beginning. Let me ask y'all another question. I'm a white woman who has been taught to pull over only when you feel that it's safe to do so. There are maniacal weirdos out there who bring their car to look official and pull over women at night to rape and kill them. All right? Well, I work off of corporate and travel 15, 18 days to get home and get to work. Sometimes, especially right now, it is dark on my commute. Say I accidentally run a red light and go from 15, 18, or it's pitch black because we don't have any street lights over there. It is. And say I'm
thank
waiting
you, Ms.
till
Moore, your time will be expired.
say I'm waiting until I pass aviation and pull over
Thank you,
at
Ms.
the
Moore.
gas station.
Next is,
And then I'll go
Leonard
ahead and send out my email.
Moore. Next is Leonard
And will
Moore.
guns would be free of me? What if I send them to light a gas station? If I send them to light a gas
Thank you.
station,
Thank you, Ms.
because I
Moore.
feel nervous about the guns trained on me,
Thank you,
will
Ms.
I be
Mr. Moore?
detained? No, I won't be detained because I am a white woman and my skin color is like a fucking planet. You said I was going to
I'll try to make it brief. You all know what happened. Every single one of you knows what happened. And you're choosing to do nothing about it. You're choosing to sit in your chair and pretend everything's fine. To try to silence people, to try to dismiss their view, to try and say, you know what, it's not that bad, and everything's fine. The young man got pulled over. He left the scene with officers behind him. He went to the closest residence. He felt the shred of safety he had. He was met in his father's driveway with guns drawn, beaten, tased, and threatened. This isn't justice. It's vigilante. Police officers' job is to enforce the laws, to hold people accountable for whether they do something wrong, not to make us do something, and not to carry out punishment for the wrongdoing. That is a trial's job. That is a jury's job. If nothing else, you can acknowledge the police officers are at fault for not allowing the system to do its job. The simple fact that you won't do that says you're all part of the problem. You can change something. You could do something. You could stand up